This, my intrepid friends, is anonymous friend here creating a light. Now we found this piece of a flashlight. It had some plastic, some other stuff in the street on the ride on the way up here. But it was all smashed and broke. It looked like it had fallen off somebody's bike. The bracket broke, or the holder, whatever holder it broke, fell in the street, smashed it. They just left it there. But well, anonymous friend here, right, being the ingenious soul that he is, and being bored stiff because he did some work today and it didn't play out for him, right, is being fidgety because his brain's doing 7,000 miles an hour and he's trying to find something that's going to work today. Right, so what he's been doing here, he started this little project last night. He took a USB cable, this one, this old beat up one, that wouldn't fit into anything anymore and wouldn't stay in there, and he cut off the little end and he's stripping the wire away because this is one of those lights that you could plug into a battery pack. He has one, the gray one. You can see it there poking out of his backpack. That all you got to do is just solder these two leads onto the leads onto the little card right here, the little green thing. I can't remember the name of it. It's my brain not working, right? And plug the other end into the battery pack, and the light will come on. So he's trying to make himself a headlight. Because lately, well, actually ever since we've been riding up and down the river trail at night, you got all these people with these 200 lumen, 800 lumen bright lights that are so fucking bright that it blinds you for miles after they pass you. So he's trying to create himself one so that he can get them back a little bit.
Oh yeah. Then what I'm going to do is I'm in the center, in the circuit, I'm going to get a microcontroller and I'm going to have it create crazy fucking patterns and blind the shit out of them. The epileptic fits, fall off their bike. We'll get some new bikes that way.
Yeah. See, so it's this right here is just.
This is revenge.
This is a revenge mode right here. This is an ingenious soul right here coming up with an evil plan is what it is. But now here. Now I want to explain something that some of you people might not know. We made a couple of references to this knife right here. We call it the Billy Lane knife. Billy Lane was one of those motorcycle builders, one of those chopper builders that used to be on Discovery Channel, right, on the biker build-off shows and all that stuff. Well, he invented this thing called a hubless wheel, right, that he put on a couple of his bikes, right. And what it is it's this really cool bearing, roller bearing that rolls around inside the rim, that he attaches to his bike and he puts a tire on, and it's got this big hole in the center of it. Well, unfortunately, Billy Lane, he perfected it and he patented it, and and he was selling it there for a while. But unfortunately, Mr. Lane and some of his buddies were out riding one evening and they were drinking and partying and having a good time, and somehow one of Mr. Lane's buddies, one of his road dogs, ended up dead, and the police decided that he was responsible, and they gave him 6 years in the Florida State Penitentiary. Fortunately for us, for the biker world, Mr. Lane should be getting released from prison here pretty soon, and hopefully he can, reestablish himself with the Billy Lane hubless wheel. But that's why we call this the Billy Lane knife. But anyways, that's just a little filler right there. But right now, anonymous friend, he's got the wire stripped down. Show it to us here. Give us a little look at what you're doing here. So he's got the wire stripped down, and all he needs to do now is solder them on, right? And plug it into his battery pack, and he's got a roadie killer right here. Oh, so that's it, part one.
Videotape this.
Why?
This is trial and error.
That's the whole point of making a video.
It's not.
The experimentation.
It's going to make me look dumb.
No, it's not, because you're going to figure it out, dude, and it's going to blind the camera. That's what's going to happen.
This is not a good idea, though. You should not recommend this to people, to be just randomly touching shit like this. Are the lights even lighting up on the bottom? Is the battery even doing anything?
Yeah, the battery's charged.
I mean, it's not fucking lighting anything up. It's got no...
This battery's charged. It was green. It's been green for days. Right?
When this makes contact with shit...
Oh, you potentially could be shorting out my battery.
No. What I'm saying, Brian, is that if there's... It's not lighting the battery up.
No, it's not doing anything.
I know.
Oh, we're getting sprayed by the sprinklers over there. See, people, this is what Thomas Edison, this is what all the monkeys down there in Thomas Edison's lab did for years that made Mr. Edison famous. They played with stuff, they experimented with stuff, they burned stuff up, they melted stuff down, right? And then what we ended up with was the incandescent light bulb. Hell, if it doesn't work, at least it was a hell of a try, right?
Oh, it doesn't work. We're gonna fucking.
I got a bug in my mouth. Ooh.
Shouldn't you go look the color code up?
Alright, well, but we still got a little bit of experimenting and a little bit of research to do, but this is definitely going to work. I know it will. But so this is me, Brian, and Sam with experiment 1: how to create a battery-operated bike light